Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, today on the channel we have, oh my gosh, this has to be the biggest upgrade that we're ever going to do on this channel. Maybe not. So everybody has to go through this at some point in their life, especially if you're making a YouTube channel and you need all the help you can get. Could it be for the charger? Maybe it's for the Durango. It's a big one. Just as important, upgrading our editing rig. So everybody who has a YouTube channel obviously uploads from something. Sometimes you have a phone, sometimes you have a Apple, a Mac, sometimes you have a desktop PC. But for us, we have the ASUS FX505. This is my primary editing rig, and it has a Ryzen 7 along with NVIDIA GeForce 1660 Ti, 16 gigs of RAM, and a 500 gig SSD, which unfortunately has not been enough. But today, we're going to change out the fans because we got a little bit of noise in one of the fans. And put some RAM in it. And upgrade it with this WD Green solid state drive. There is supposedly an extra drive caddy in here that we can add to. And then we're going to replace all the thermal paste. So it's not our usual content, but I wanted to do something a little different today because this laptop has been waiting for this for quite a while, and we're doing a lot more editing. Pay no attention to the Christmas screen, okay? I don't update my backgrounds that often. But we're gonna do a fresh reload of Windows 10. I won't keep you around for all of that. I'll just show you that when it's all finished. But I am gonna show you guys how easy it is to upgrade this laptop or any other laptop you might have and get more performance out of them, especially if you're doing all your editing on them. So hang around, and if this isn't the kind of video that you normally want from us, I understand. That's all. We'll get back to the car stuff in a couple days, but for now, the editing rig needs a little attention. So first things first with this. We're gonna start by putting the fans in over here, the RAM, WD Green. This is a dirty bench, and I don't wanna work on it per se. It was really cool to put it out here and show you guys, but that's not gonna be our work surface. Any chance I get, I like to pick up old lunch trays. This is a nice old fiberglass lunch tray I found at a flea market. Now to get started, we're gonna make sure that we have power off. Now if you see right here, the light's still on. I don't want that powered when I go start taking parts out of it. So what we're gonna do is hold down the power button until we see it completely shuts off. And there we go. All the tools in the world. We need what's up here, but why is my cabinet locked? Regular Phillips should do something small. So it's these screws here, 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 here. All right, let's get those out. And there we go. So we got it apart. Please don't have RAM. Please don't have RAM. Oh no. Okay, well, this changes things a little bit, but not bad. So this already had 2 pieces of RAM in it, running in dual channel. We have a 16 gigs there, and unfortunately I have a 16 gig module by itself here, which is only gonna bump this thing up to 24 gigs of RAM, but you know what? 24 gigs of RAM isn't that bad. Before we get started though, we're gonna do yourself a favor. We're going to take this battery out and unplug it from here. Oh, there's that hard drive caddy we were looking for. Beautiful. And look at these fans. Oh my goodness. No wonder they make noise. Completely stopped up. Wow. Let's start by disconnecting that battery. Now we'll do the hard drive upgrade. That should be nice and easy. Up. Remove before installing. Removed. This goes here. Now, since this is a solid state and I do not have the excess screws that I'm required to use to install this, I am going to cheat a little bit, and I'm only going to install it and recess it. And that should be fine. This initially came with extra screws to mount on the hard drive here, but I didn't get them, and I'm not really worried about that bouncing around. It's solid state, so it's not a hard disk, and I don't think it's really going to flex on that. And if it does, I'll come back in and put some screws in, but I think that's going to be absolutely fine the way it is. It isn't going to be able to go anywhere once the cover's on. So let's get to the final upgrade, which is to clean our fans or replace them. We have an option, and replace our thermal paste. Apparently the thermal paste on these things can be problematic. I almost did this without bringing you guys along. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. They said not to be nervous, said it'll just come up. And I didn't believe that was going to be the thing, but besides the fact that it adheses to the fan on this side, we're going to pull that off nice and neat, save that over here. And once we get that out, there we go. You can already see that this is done very poorly. That's barely making contact. That's completely terrible. I can't even tell you how poor that conductivity is. So what we're going to do real quick is, I have a set of replacement fans, and honestly, I don't think it's too hard to replace these fans. I could probably clean them up, but I don't think that's... Looks like we're going to have to tear these out. Do yourself a favor and plug your connectors in first, and then try to route it. Let's see, what are we looking at? Which way does this go? The pins on the bottom or the pins on the top? Pins are on the top. All right. It's more important to make sure that you get this to recess nice and neatly, and that it's going to work before you... And it's going to work like you need it to. First fan installed. Nice, clean, installed the clips. I still haven't done these yet. I'll come back to them. I'm going to do the second fan and make sure we don't have any issues with that. And then we are going to, oh boy. I could see something now. That fan goes under, oh man. Why would they do that? So the wiring for the fan runs underneath. That's our M2 SSD. Darn it. All right, well, we're going to have to fight that. And that one's out. There was no reason for them to run that fan wire under the SSD like that. I don't understand that. ASUS, you're letting me down here on your build quality. I've definitely seen better. This is disappointing. And now what you should never be without: isopropyl alcohol, some Q-tips, some paper towels. They're going to work perfect for us. We're going to move quickly because my camera's dying. Oh my gosh. First time out of the gate, we're already having issues. We're just going to move really quickly and get this cleaned off. We'll start with the chips here. Easiest way to start with this is use your spudger tool, which we don't have a spudger tool, so we have our plastic tool here. And we're just going to use that to scrape a little bit off. Get a majority of the solids off of there. I'm noticing the RAM chips have some on them, which we can replace that as well. You see the stuff peeling right off. It was dry. It's almost like a gum at this point. I'll just scrape it right off the RAM modules. You probably can't see it, but let me see if I can get you a better angle. Scraping off the RAM modules. So hopefully this will post by Father's Day. Obviously, if you're seeing this video, we got this up and running because I don't have anything else to edit on. But if you did see this, do me a favor, stop right here and do me a favor, hit that little like button, hit the subscribe button. Yep, right over there. You got it. Hit that button, hit the other button, and join us. This isn't a manly machine, but you know what? Is it? Because I think it is. And it's amazing how quickly isopropyl alcohol eats away at this stuff. But be gentle and don't use too much. You just want the die surface clean so you can see it. Nothing excess. We're just trying to get a nice level surface. Get all the other old stuff off. And there we go. And nice and simple. Just make them nice and shiny. Clean off all the stuff. And now a word on thermal paste. Who cares? Honestly. Some of these thermal pastes that they say out there, liquid silver, liquid gold, liquid plutonium, whatever. This is the Sky 157 thermal paste. I don't even know what this brand is. It's got a nice thermal conductivity rating on it. This was recommended by Amazon. Sky, make your cooling life. Okay, whatever. You know what? It looks pretty fancy, and this is what I'm going to use. Now, I know some people that live or die by the Arctic Silver, and that's fine if you do. I don't. I'll put a dot there, a dot there, and a dot there. 3 dots on the die. 1, 2. Let's see. We got to get our RAM chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We had our thermal regulators, which is what these are. 2, 3, 4. And then we had, what else do we have? Oh, we had these guys. 1, 2. And that's it. See, you guys see anything else I need to coat? Those 2 you said? Okay, well, let's review. Because I watched a video where a guy did all that, and he was like, "Duh, I'm so silly. I shouldn't have done those." Let's see. That goes in like that. And that goes on like that. And that goes in like that. And look, nothing else needs to get done. That's it. Tiny little pads. Oh, you all almost had me. It's these guys here. They need to get touched too. 1, 2, well, come on, 2, 3, 4. All right, so where's the that was easy button? I literally set it back down, and I have fairly good confidence that it is recessed in position. Let's get all those screws back in. Do you guys really want to see? All right, fine. Let's see. How did it do? How did it do? Oh, wow. Wow. The RAM chips could use a little bit more, but when I finally torque this thing down a little bit, I think it'll be just fine. Now what we have to do is we have to pull this. See, I didn't like how this ran, but I guess that's how it's going to run again. So we're going to throw this piece of what seems to be electrical tape across the top of this fan to hold this in. I'm not a big fan of it, and it's kind of lost its sticky, but let's see what happens. I'll tell you, I'm not a big fan of having that tape across there, so I think that we're just going to omit it and not use it. Because I don't know. I guess it holds airflow in the seam through the fan. It might improve it a little bit, but I really hate to use any kind of tape on this. It seems like I'm not going to have much of a choice, though. All right, so I did what I didn't want to do, but at least I have vinyl red tape, and I think that that's an instant upgrade. Plus, in the future, I'll know when I look at it that I don't like the way that's done. But again, that's not my choice. Let's give a last little look in here to make sure everything's all where it should be. Yeah, again, like I said, this is not going to flop around at all. In fact, what we could do is we could peen one of these ends over a little bit. Don't try this at home. This is just me being stupid. and I'm going to just knock over one of those ends because I don't intend on taking this apart ever again. And I gave each end just the slightest bend to hold it in. Ain't going nowhere. Let's throw the back cover back on. Oh, don't forget, plug your battery back in. Almost did that. So get that battery plugged in. Gonna throw the cover on, put the screws back in. Let's see if it boots. Back cover goes on easily. Everything just pushed down until you see it reset. Here are all the clicks. That way you know the little locks are in. And if we remember, all of our long screws were in the back. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4 long screws, 5, 6 long screws, smalls, and then a small. Gonna put those in, flip it over, and hope for the best. Okay, I don't know why the keyboard's lit up. That's strange. Something tells me it doesn't like that RAM module. Oh, something we did. Brought it back to life. Everything is spinning, fans are going. Tape is taping. It's booting. So nice. Obviously, this is our old Windows build. We have to put our new Windows build on, but let's get the back cover on this thing and see if it still works after I put that on, because, I don't know, something was pushing on something and making nothing happy. Boom, there it is. Haha. Windows key, pause break. You guys know your shortcuts, right? Look at that, 24 gigs, that's fine. Good with that. What do we have? Let's check our storage space. It did not acknowledge our SSD. Why? Because we have to initialize it. So we go to Administrative Tools, Computer Management, Storage, Disk Management. And let's see. There it is. Boop. Unallocated space. Let's make a new simple volume. Yes, yes. Just call it new volume. Quick wipe. Boom. Formatting. 1 terabyte of SSD storage. Anyway, that'll be it. If you're watching this video, it means that everything went well, because this is my main editing rig. So appreciate you. We'll see you next time. And again, if this wasn't our thing, I get it. Sometimes I'm gonna do weird things like this. I felt like this was a good video to shoot. Plus, get you a little break from the norm of the cars. We got so many projects coming. I just had to do something else. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.